Hey guys, I am back with another alto flute video. In today's video, I am going to be giving you the pros and cons to having a curved head joint like this one or a straight head joint like this one. If you missed my last video, make sure to go and watch it. I compared the three different styles that Trevor James offers, which is the copper alloy, this one right here, the silver plated, this one right here, as well as the black nickel, which I have in that video. So make sure to go check that out. Just a reminder, if you are flute shopping or maybe today you are alto flute shopping, make sure to use my code Gina on the Flute Center of New York's website and you will get free shipping, an extended trial, and an extended warranty, and you will also get 10% off of sheet music. So let's get started with the curved head alto flute. So first of all, I'm just going to say this. One of these flutes is not better than the other by any means. It is personal preference, absolutely 100%. So people usually tend to gravitate to the curved head joint because if you have shorter arms or smaller hands or shorter fingers, you are able to reach the right hand a lot easier because think about it, normally the head joint goes out here and instead it's wrapped around this way, so it keeps your fingers a lot closer to you. So it's much easier to reach these notes down here, especially if you're doing a lot of work with your pinky right here. That's going to make your life a lot easier and your hand will just not get as strained. I do want to give you a little background because you might be wondering, why do I, with smaller hands, play a straight head joint on my alto flute? Well, the case is that Trevor James made a limited run of my particular alto flute. I was very lucky and I got the last one, but it only came with a straight head joint and I love the sound of it so much that I decided it was worth it to just go straight head joint. But what I did do is I got a silver plated curved head joint to go along with it. It fits it well, and so then that way if there is a day that I'm playing a lot of alto flute, maybe in a recording session or something, that way I can switch out the head joints and I don't have to deal with my right hand hurting and not being able to reach the fingerings. So why is it that not everybody gets this alto flute? Well, the main reason is because of the balance. I personally don't feel like there's any balance issue for myself, but some people pick it up and they just feel like it's kind of awkward to find a good alignment and being able to feel very comfortable with the flute. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I did play on a curved head regular flute when I was a little girl, back when I started when I was 4 years old. I haven't played on that since, I don't know, over 20 years ago. I'm dating myself a little bit here. But over 20 years ago, I stopped playing that flute and moved to a regular flute. I'm not sure if I'm just still used to it all these years later, but I didn't find a problem picking it up. There are two ways of aligning the head joint. You can either go like this. It's slightly off the center of the keys. The reason you can't align it with the keys is because if you go like this, you're not going to be able to play C and move this first finger. So you have to put it back just slightly, and that's the placement that I like with the curved head. Another thing that a lot of people do is they will actually put it in like this, and then what you need to do is twist this upwards and play. Oh, that's way off. Hold on. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so you would play like this. I do feel like positioning-wise, that feels a little off to me. I don't feel like it's as secure, so I personally like it like this, but you know, personal preference, see what feels most comfortable to you. Another issue that people run into is they sometimes find that the tuning can be a little bit different or harder to hear with the curved head joint. I again haven't experienced that, but that's something that people bring up quite often. So test it out, see for yourself, see what works for you. I would highly suggest that if you are looking for your own alto flute, try both of them. See which one is more natural to you. Make sure that if you do try a straight head joint that it doesn't put strain in your right hand, and see what is most comfortable. Also try the different types of metals. You might decide you want the black nickel or the copper alloy or the silver plated. Make sure, again, go watch my other videos so that you can hear a comparison, but definitely try it for yourself and see which you sound best on. So let's move on to the straight head joint. So why would somebody choose this one over the curved head joint? Well, the alignment is very similar to a flute, right? It's just a bigger flute. So let me just show you though how strained it is for my right hand so you get an idea. So I'm gonna hold it up sideways, and right here in my right hand, I feel a lot of tension. And whenever you feel that when you're playing flute, that's not good. So especially with alto flute, you do want to take a lot of more breaks when you're playing. I will go more into this in my next video, but you don't want to have any strain in your right hand because that could lead to future injuries, which would be not good, obviously. So anyway, so another reason, like I had stated before, is with the straight head joint, people feel like the tuning is more similar to a regular flute. Of course, anytime you get a new instrument, whether it be a flute, piccolo, alto flute, bass flute, the tuning is always going to be slightly different. So you're going to have to work closely with the tuner to see what notes have issues, your problem notes, so you can compensate for those. But anyway, those are some of the things that people like about the straight head joint. So now I'm going to do a demo of both the straight head joint and the curved head joint for you to see if you hear a difference at all. I'm going to do them both on the silver plated alto because I don't want you to hear a difference that is only based on the metal of the flute and not the head joint. So we'll see if you actually hear a difference between the two. Okay, so did you notice a difference? Let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, if you do want to hear the difference between the different types of metals on these altos, I have my other video where I demonstrate the copper alloy, the silver plated, as well as the black nickel. So make sure to go check that out if that's something that is of interest to you. I'm really excited because this video is part of a 3-part series that I am teaching you guys all about the alto flute. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to play the alto flute. I am going to show you how to get those low notes out, how to make a good sound on the alto, and other tips and tricks that I have for you because I've been playing alto flute for a really long time. It honestly is my favorite flute to play, so I'm really excited to share that with you, so make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it. Also, I wanted to say thank you to Flute Center of New York for making this series possible. Also, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you next month with another alto flute video.